Okay. That's a bit better. Wait a minute, that's supposed to be glowing. Was it kind of glowing? Oh yeah, this is much more manageable. I am Frillsmid. You say the foreman's wandering on me whereabouts? I thought he might be, but you must know I cannot show me face at the dry docks until I righted the terrible wrong I caused. 2 nights past I made a trip from the dry docks to Candlekeep Quay. Just as the foreman asked, the seas were right rough, and the captain of the cargo ship was wary of bringing her too close to the cliffs. So I paid a few coins to a fisher to take me out to meet her. By the time I was halfway twixt shore and ship, the swells had risen to nigh on 10 yalms, and 'twasn't long afore the waves had hold of us. Try as we might to steady the boat, nature's grip was too tight, and we was flung headlong into the Minson galley. When I woke, both ships were gone, and the cargo I was to collect lay strewn across the salt strand. I has made every effort to salvage it, but the sands are crawling with Kieran, and I ain't one with a sword, and now you see why it is I cannot return to the dry docks. Huh. Okay. Is it because I don't have summoner technically? Fuck that. Hmm. The night I was tossed into the sea like some doll of rags, and it weren't long before the world round me faded to black as I slipped deeper into the abyss. But lo, the navigator wouldn't see me to the gates of the seven hells, and I awoke to find myself washed ashore. And here I's been ever since, waiting for a chance to salvage me master's cargo. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. man doesn't even trust his own mother. Very well. I assume Atbrim informed you of what your task would entail. The pirates, we believe, are conspiring to raid dry docks were last seen making camp near an ancient stone called the Mark of the Spinner. I would have you approach the men posing as a lost adventurer and see if you cannot somehow learn of their intentions. Kanango, stationed at the rear gates, can provide you with an exact location of the camp. Hmm. So the trespassers are indeed pirates and they are indeed planning something. But what is this talk of getting me boy back? Could it be that their target was never the victory? Something is not right, and I won't sit by idly waiting for those pirates to make the first move. I shall order increased patrols immediately. Thank you again for your help, Ebigay. It appears we were wise to put our trust in you. Money. I'm concerned, Ebigay. It appears that the pirates I had you investigate are on the move. They creep ever closer to the dry docks, so I must assume they mean to target the Victory herself. That ship is the symbol of everything Limps Elemensa strives to become, and I will not allow these base scoundrels to lay a finger upon her hull. You must apprehend them before they put their plans into motion, and you, Abigail, are just the woman to do it. Without your capable assistance, I fear the security of the dry docks cannot be guaranteed. Not moments ago, my guards submitted reports of suspicious activity in the area. Pray begin your efforts by listening to one of their first-hand accounts. It matters not whom you choose to speak with, but be sure to question either Urswurst at the front gate or Kanango at the rear. Any suspect saboteurs you encounter during the course of your investigation are to be interrogated. Report any and all findings directly to me. One of the I'd take a closer look before he has a chance to cover his tracks. Pardon me? Oh. How did I not notice that? Oh, they won't let me take the fast route. Okay. That's cool. That's whatever. Nice. No. Only half my health. Pretty good deal for me. Heck. Mm-hmm. Fuck you, Jim. I am playing these games. Never reckoned it'd be this easy. Still don't trust those slimy bastards, but their plan worked like a charm. You trap boy. This will all be over soon. All that's left now is to blow this ugly pile of driftwood to splinters. Just backstabbing some. Hmm. Joke's on you. I have this. Hi. Oh, that was easy. Oop. I must be getting old, letting some green venture get the best of me. I was reading the fucking thing. Yeah, no, I'm not doing accents, by the way. Hmm. Later on. Aft Castle. The hell? Hmm. I'll come do that later on my other class. Hmm. I might know a man. I reckon I might know a candy bugger what can read stuff like this. Ugly sod by the name of Batteron. Back when I was younger and nastier, I earned me living as a sellsword. In that business, if you wanted to know what your enemy was up to, you had to learn to read the orders he apprised from the cold, dead hands of his mates. That's how I came to know how to read your message. Truth be told, the script was only too bloody familiar. Them Sahagin letters, lass. And I should know, I've got more fishback messengers than I can count. Jesus. It's worse, though. The plan to blow up the Victory is all in here, right down to the fine details. It's like they meant to raise 8 kinds of hell, Western Lenosha, then hit the Maelstrom's new flagship in the confusion. Point being, the attack on the Victory wasn't the act of a few rebellious pirates, was the key part of some canny bastard's grand plan. But if I'm reading this alright, the attack itself came much too early. I'll wager they panicked when they saw you was on them, rushed in to do the job, and buggered it up. Them tattoo-faced bastards, as they say was paying that Brim's old man. They're the Serpent Reavers, right? None of their crew was there, was they? Did they have some better to do or what? Saw the fucking twins in the background. Oh no, he's right. It's a rough translation of this message. Have I been to Swift? I have been to Swift Perch. They don't appear to have any healers with them. How sad. Oh, no, you don't. Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Foo foo foo. That was easy. It's just as I feared. They're known as the Bringers of Chaos, or Ascians, to give them their proper name. It would seem our suspicions were correct. It is they who have been manipulating the beast tribes. Pardon? You would know if we Sharlayans have encountered Ascians before? I have never spoken to you of my homeland. How do you know whence I hail? Wait, I do begin to see. You have been blessed with a special gift. A trifle simplistic, but not inaccurate. I came as soon as I sensed his presence, but I never thought to find such a scene of carnage. Yet we prevailed, and thanks to your heroic actions, I have learned much. Heroic is the word. I don't want to think about what would have happened if you hadn't been here, friend. And your assistance is much appreciated, too, Lady Y'shtola. Please give our regards to the Scions. I'm glad to have played a role in bringing what I hope is an end to this disturbing spate of abductions. The thread of your fate forms a part of a most intriguing tapestry. Mayhap we will be afforded the chance to speak more in the near future. For now, however, you must see this particular tale to its conclusion. Pray send my greetings to Commodore Rayner. To the Marauders Guild, yay! The Estrogenizer? What the fuck kind of name is that? shit, bro. Noise. Admiral Bluffisman. I think that was actually more correct than it should have been. Blofiswin. Why is her name so annoyingly hard to pronounce?
This is the adventurer I've been reading about in the field reports.
A voice to cutscene. Merlwyb.
I am Melve Blufisvin, Admiral of Limsa Lominsa.
Blufisvin. Merlwyb Blufisvin. Fuck.
On behalf of my people, I bid you thanks for the deeds you have done this day. A token of our gratitude. What worth is high regard without just reward after all? Ha! Since you first set foot in our city, my good friend Badaron and Commodore Rayner have taken turns at regaling me with tales of your exploits. Safe to say, they left an impression. Join me at the coming banquet. A seat of honor at the celebratory feast is the least I can offer the woman who foiled the Sahagin.
Oh! A seat at the feast!
Oh, and don't be late. Your fellow guests will be eager to take the measure of their newest hero, and some do not take kindly to being kept waiting. Till then, may you walk in the light of the crystal.
I'm gonna be fashionably late. I'm gonna be late as fuck on purpose. I'm not sure you understand just how unusual it is for the Admiral to invite an adventurer to a state banquet. It is a highly coveted honor, why even the officers under her direct command are rarely afforded such recognition. But I will not deny you have earned it. Many of the tasks you have performed in service to the thalassocracy have been both difficult and dangerous. This is your reward for all of your efforts, a nod to your many achievements, both small and large. Has the enormity of this moment yet to sink in? Perchance you will realize its significance when you stand before the assembled dignitaries of Limsa Lominsa. And now that I have imagined the scene, I realize that you will require attire suitable for the occasion. I suggest you visit the wench and see what Badaron can arrange. He is surprisingly knowledgeable about such things. Fucking course, Senor playing paladins. And, wait a minute. Oh, he's streaming it. Cool. Yeah. Just a moment. I'm gonna fucking open it on my phone. Okay, there it fucking is. Akanema. Oh. One day I'm gonna have a stroke trying to read some of this shit. Well, well, if it ain't Merlvib's guest of honor. Obnobbing with the high and mighty now, is it? I tell you, lass, I damn near snorted ale up me nose when I heard the news. You've come a long bloody way, you have, and that's the truth. I would have paid money to see that. Hi.
Hi.
Hi there, kitty.
Leave me alone.
Well, one thing's for sure. You'll not want for decent grub. These banquets are catered by the bleeding Bismarck, no less. Yo. Lurking Pog. Weird that you should be lurking in my stream while you're streaming, though. Tis a grand chance to fill your belly to bursting with fine, and more importantly, free food. Bro. Free food is the only reason I attend weddings. Don't tell anyone whose wedding I've attended. But we can't have you turning up in your shite-caked venturing gear. Now, the hero of the hour needs to have a touch of refinement about her. If only to stop folk complaining when she stuffs her face with cake. Take yourself over to the Octant and speak to Janissum of the Brugiere Consortium. She'll furnish you with some ladylike to wear. I like the reference to just stuffing, or the joke about stuffing your face. Because that is absolutely what I'd be doing. I mean, come on. There we go. Really fucking delayed, though. Oh, right here. It's getting uncomfortably close to nighttime. Now that's an interesting sword. Okay. My fucking finger slipped.
That's one of my friends that I woke up craving salsa, and they said, eat salsa. Like, well, I need to eat protein first. Their response, come as protein, so is pussy.
Hi, welcome to the stream.
Hello, stream. It's like, excuse me, sir, what the fuck?
Can you feed Puppy, please?
I'm gonna do yourself. It's your responsibility, dude. I feed my cats enough.
Fair enough. Mm-hmm. Level 14. Level 18. I think it will be starting soon. If you'd waited any longer, I'd have considered it my civic duty to hit you over the head and drag you there. Now make sure you're wearing them fancy shoes when you turn up, alright? Carrying them won't do no good. They're meant to make you look like a lady. Remember, not a lady's bleeding lackey. As for directions, the feast's being held on the bridge in the Admiral's briefing room.
Mama said these my special shoes. That they take me anywhere. I'm sorry, I heard something about special shoes and I had to. Okay.
Hang on, Chad, I'll be right back. I have to beat someone to death. It's not a hate crime if it's for a joke. Then it's just a war crime.
Convention.
I consider the Geneva Convention my bucket list. Bruh. Those shoes look absolutely ridiculous with the rest of this outfit. It's great. Oh no, those are some fancy dress shoes. Come, adventurer, I will show you to the briefing room.
Brothers and sisters of the sea.
Oh, it's a voiced cutscene. Those are always nice to see in ARR.
Join me now in honoring this woman for her services to our great nation. May the navigator guide and protect her on her journey till sea swallows all.
It's nice to feel appreciated.
These pirates you encountered with the tattooed faces, they call themselves the Serpent Reavers. Their ranks are formed of cutthroats and madmen who have pledged themselves body and soul to the primal Leviathan. From what we have gathered, they sought to swell their numbers by spiriting away any soul unfortunate enough to cross their path. I need not tell you the depth of the animosity between us and the Sahagin. How any seaman worth his salt could devote himself to the fishback's god is a question for a more temperate mind than mine. But, thanks to you, our citizens may once more go about their daily lives, safe in the knowledge that they will not be dragged into the darkness by those execrable curs.
Execrable. Vocabulary word.
Such an extraordinary glow.
Yeah, I know, my tits are great.
This is one of the crystals of light.
By the Navigator.
After our encounter with the Gubu, you had a vision, did you not? Of a towering crystal.
I forgot about what Y'shtola's A Realm Reborn voice actor sounded like.
You bathed in her light.
Y'shtola's conclusion is clear, and I see no reason to doubt it. You are the vessel of a higher power. This being from your vision was the Mother Crystal. Your description matches what little we know of her. And if she has chosen you, then your deeds may yet shape the fate of nations, as once did the deeds of the Warriors of Light. Know you the tale? Like you, they were not of these lands, yet they fought to protect us all against the corruption of the Primals. When the Garlean Empire began its conquest of the realm, these heroes joined the Grand Companies and helped reforge the Eorzean Alliance. And at the Battle of Carteneau, they took the field beneath our banners to fight for everything we hold dear. It was on that day, in the midst of that hell, that we lost them. Every soul who survived that battle will never forget how it was to fight beside them. We are proud to call them our comrades. Yet whenever we try to shout their names, the sound dies in our throats. And whenever we strain to see their faces with our mind's eye, naught but their shadows appear to us, set against a blinding light. Ask any true Eorzean who knew them, and the story will be the same. It is for this reason that we call them the Warriors of Light. When I look upon you, I cannot help but be reminded of them, Keep that crystal safe. In time, I believe the Mother Crystal will make clear her reasons for bestowing it upon you. Heed well her words, adventurer, for it is Hydaelyn herself who speaks.
Hang on. God damn it. Sorry guys, the fucking mat under my chair keeps getting messed up and I don't know how, and it's affecting my chair's ability to sit properly lined up against my desk. Or with my desk.
Flames to the fore! Victory belongs to the bold. Show those Imperial whore sons what we're made of!
The left flank buckles. Divert the barracudas. Bid them hold that position, though it cost them their lives.
The Yellow Serpents are in need of succor. Pray, send the White Wolves to their aid. The adventurers risk life and limb for our cause. We must not fail them.
This was a whole ass event in 1.0 apparently. And yet we will never be able to experience it.
Is aught amiss?
No, it is nothing.
Bloody hells! The barrier won't go down so easily! Eyes forward!
We are being watched.
Raging Bull, calling Bloodthorn. Bloodthorn, respond! Respond, damn you! Ah!
Raging Bull, this is Mad Snake. Respond.
Ryder, this is Raging Bull. What news?
We're surrounded by a blaze. There is no way out. Gods preserve, what is that thing?
What's going on? Speak to me!
Gods damn it! We cannot hold much longer.
Mad Snake! Mad Snake! Answer me!
Is that a fucking Metal Gear Solid reference? I know they actually do love sneaking references into this game. You can just look at like job quest titles and you can see that.
Damn it! Damn it all to the seventh hell!
What of the barracudas? Can they not be reached?
Sorry, Admiral. Shell's not working.
What of our own?
I cannot say, my lady. That monstrosity appears to be disrupting our communications.
We must keep trying. Call till they respond.
Yes, my lady.
Admiral, General, we can do no more. We must give the order to withdraw.
I will not forsake Louis Soir.
General, please. Victory may belong to the bold, but there will be no victor this day. You know this to be true. Let us not sacrifice lives in vain. The adventurers fight bravely, but to no avail. Let them withdraw, and let us be the ones to stand with Louis Soir.
Belay previous orders. All Maelstrom units are commanded to fall back, effective immediately. Give the foreign levy priority. Let the main host cover their retreat and bring up the rear.
Damn it! Relay the order. All flames are to withdraw. I don't care if our link cells are useless. You still have a working pair of legs, don't you? Well, use them, you bloody half-wit!
The outcome of this battle was long since decided. Better to retreat now than risk a massacre. This dark, stifling presence. Who or what? We go to take our place beside Archon Louis Soir. To your positions.
Kasbamul, Soginin Wese Donzul. Logalo, Asawad Deken Bet Mubut. Imarat way, Kiskat Toga Hats Waddle Dorns. Sees Nigem, Fizdun the only Lamrai Sadai Dorn.
It's interesting to look back at this knowing future, like... knowing future plot points that are revealed. Oh shit. Morning, sunshine. All a bit much for you, was it? What happened? Ah, you don't remember then. You keeled over in the middle of the banquet and caused a right stir. Had to carry you back to the wench myself. Well, they say carry. It was more a matter of dragging and rolling. Too much cake, I reckon. You've lost your touch. Any road, don't fret. 'Tis little wonder you was exhausted after everything you've been through lately. Your little nap seems to have put some color back in your cheeks, though, so I'll leave you to it. Bugger, I almost forgot. The Admiral wants to have a word with you. You feel up to it, talk to Xanthal, and he'll let you into the command room. Oh, and stay awake, huh? I'm told old Merle was in the middle of telling you a story when you started snoring last time, and I doubt she'd look kindly on it if you repeated the trick. I mean, that's fair. Wait a minute. What is that? What are those? Ebigay, it is good to see you on your feet again. You're recovered? Then let us waste no time. I have a task that needs doing, one I would entrust to no other. The duty I have in mind for you requires some explanation. I do hope you have not made other plans. To business, then. I have penned a letter to each of my counterparts in the Eorzean Alliance. The Battle of Carteneau and the calamity that followed claimed countless lives. It has been 5 years since those of us who were spared dragged ourselves from the ashes to look upon an Eorzea we scarcely knew. 5 years, and yet the people still suffer. Their lives are fraught with worry and hardship, and the warriors of light who might once have given them hope are gone. Yet we must press on regardless. We will never truly do so, however, until we have faced our past. To that end, I am proposing that a memorial service be held in each of the city-states on the 5th anniversary of the Battle of Carteneau. These letters contain the details of said proposal, and I would have you deliver them to our allies as my personal envoy. You have proven yourself a staunch and able ally to Limsa, but that is not my only reason for choosing you. No, I choose you because you possess a quality which puts me in mind of history's champions. A quality I feared lost. Say that you will perform this duty. I knew you would not disappoint me. This task shall take you far from the borders of our nation to the city-states of Gridania and Ul'dah. A grueling journey, to be sure, were you to travel by sea and land, but I mean to have you take to the skies. An airship pass to be used at your discretion. Airships bound for the nations of our allies leave from the landing connected to the bridge. But before you depart, I suggest you trouble Baderon for a few pearls of wisdom regarding each of your destination. The old bastard is nothing if not well-traveled. 'Tis a pity I cannot issue such passes with a freer hand, as I did in more peaceful times, when berths were not so limited. But in these times of war, every craft we commit to the clouds risks drawing the eye of the Empire, and every voyage must needs be born of necessity. Lest you doubt, I consider your place well deserved. Nor am I alone in that opinion. There were other parties who would see you granted the privilege of air travel. Aye, Abigail, your deeds do not go unnoticed. Full many see great promise in you, but I have flattered you enough. On behalf of Limsalam and Sander people, I bid you go forth, adventurer. Discover the realm for which so many have fought and died. Wonder and danger await you in equal measure, but turn not from either. Only by braving the unknown will you achieve the greatness of which you are surely capable. The light of the crystal guides you, and I wager that your destiny will be no small thing. That's Exarchic armor, isn't it? No. Damn. The boots don't go with it, though.